Everybody
All right.
can see.
So, yeah. Wow. Strange stuff.
It's called wood.
Yeah. No, I usually see the
Magnetics.
magnetic.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, I decided to play Catalan since the trainer of our Armenian team, he told me many times that even if I know something, I should try something else. So, I decided to play Catalan, which is maybe sort of unusual for me. Anyway, I've seen this game of Kronik against Aronian, and I like the positions which are occurring from that line, so I decided to go for it. So bishop d7, bishop d2, yeah, rook a7, rook c1, bishop b4. Yeah, this is all theory, or morals theory. Did I play it? Yeah. Okay, knight c6, e3, queen a8. Yeah, this is the line. I think it was first employed by my opponent against Gelfand, if I'm not mistaken, a year ago here.
Here, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I just followed the way the game went of Kronik. And here, I think bishop d6 is a new try, which is quite interesting. Black is trying to play c5 at once, since, I mean, in the game of Kronik against Anand, anyway, Black didn't have time to play c5. He's trying here. So I went a3. Maybe I could play knight d2 at once. Maybe it's just the same. But I was still inviting him for this rook c8 thing, just to repeat the game. So knight d7, knight d2, bishop d5. Yeah, Black is trying to play c5, and I didn't really see ways to prevent it. So in case I play b4, he's going to play e5, and my bishop is stuck there. So probably this one is the most precise. Well, I just thought that in this position, after c5, I'm getting the c file, and oh, it looks quite pleasant. And yeah, it wasn't a surprise for me that my opponent had to spend a lot of time to find his next moves. It already looks quite pleasant for white. Since the more pieces exchange, the more vulnerable will be this weakness on queen side. So he went queen b7. He's trying to activate his queen and remove some pieces. Otherwise, it's not easy. White is just willing to play rook c1 and knight d4 in case bishop goes this way, and white squares are open. So bishop b6 takes. Yeah, there is no point in keeping the bishops since he's protecting the line. I was willing to capture it. Knight d4. Well, those moves are sort of obvious. Knight e5. Takes. Yeah, here I spent a lot of time because at first when I was going for this line I wanted to play knight c6, but I just realized my rook on c6 is misplaced, since he'll just take like queen b8, knight e7, and he will win some tempo because of that.
At this point, I think the general impression was that it was roughly equal. But you still have solid fun this year, do you think?
Well, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I think, yeah. And yeah, I went with this knight here. Here I had some other moves like queen e2, with either queen h5 somewhere. Also knight 2 to f3, but I didn't bother to calculate this knight c4 thing. So I just thought, alright, if he's gonna retreat use a knight, then I'll play some queen d3. And still, I have planned to play queen d4, and maybe it's just better. So, yeah, he took, I took, the thing is, even when this position looks kind of equal, the line C is quite important because the knight is controlling all the entrance squares. That's why my line is more important.
Yeah.
And yeah, where did he go? Rook d8. Yeah, rook d8. Queen d3. It was my turn to activate my queen. And now I got some threats like queen d4. Since with exchange of queens, his pawns are, will be much weaker than they are now. He went knight d7. I didn't like this move during the game. I thought it was better for him to play some stuff like this. But still, it's. I thought about this one. There is a neat tactical trick here somewhere. Oh, wait a moment. Was it here? Probably not. Somewhere. Knight e5, knight takes e3. I've seen. Oh well. Oh, maybe it was here. No. Forgot it already. Well, so he went 97. Maybe Sergio was thinking that Black can hold the position like this. Rook b7. But after king g2, he's practically forced to play f6. Because otherwise this... I wanted to go knight e5 here, but I didn't want to calculate anything, actually. I just thought my position is really good. Way to play fast. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe knight e5 was the move. Rook d1 takes takes, king g1, rook d8. And there was something. Oh well. So he went f6. And here I realized, yeah, I have to put some pressure. Since there are practically no moves for black, I just can advance my pawn. So e5, h5, yeah, he went queen b7. Did he? Yeah, queen b7. So in case I take, I could take here, but this endgame, I thought even when I get this file, he can play knight c6, rook c7, and somehow hold it, or even let my rook to go on d8. So the position is, since he doesn't have any real moves or threats, I'll better keep the queens. Yeah, he went king f7, and I went rook c5. Yeah, I went this to prevent queen b6, but actually I wasn't really preventing queen b6, and he could play it. I just, I was thinking at first that here he got to play on e8 because he got to protect, but then I've seen that queen b7 check is there, so he can just play king g8. And
what was your first thought when you played it anyway?
Yeah, that king e8. Yeah, I was just calculating this thing with king e8, queen g7, and I thought it's winning. So queen b6 was the move, and probably